G'day guys, just a quick one today as a bit of a follow-up to the video I did 2 weeks ago talking about Makita purchasing Panasonic's tool division. Well, this isn't really about Panasonic, this one, but it's about this type of tool because I talked about this in the video, installation drivers, and it would be cool if Makita could finally make one, seeing as they now will be owning Panasonic, who have a very good one. Not that powerful, but plenty of cool attachments. For this you can get obviously impact driver attachments, drill attachments like so, but you can also get cable cutters, cable strippers, crimpers, all sorts of things that fit on this thing, which is pretty darn cool. And it's not a drill like so many installation drivers, it's actually based on an impact driver fitting, and as you can see, you can use it just as an impact driver without having to clip another attachment on the end. It basically is an impact driver and then you attach all these other bits to it, which is pretty cool. And Makita have been lacking something like this for a very long time. So you will be happy to know that after I put out that video, a heap of people around the world contacted me via email and Instagram messages and told me about Makita's version. And someone even sent me a photo of it, which I'll put up in a moment. Nobody from Makita New Zealand contacted me about it because they don't contact me about anything, not anymore. Makita New Zealand basically haven't talked to me since the end of last year. They don't reply to my messages anymore. They don't lend me anything. Obviously all the free advertising I'm giving them isn't good enough to even lend me tools anymore. Anyway, so let's have a look at it. I've actually removed the background of the picture just so that the person who sent it to me and the person who took the photo don't get in trouble or anything if that's an issue. But if we take a look at it, it looks like it is basically a DDF490 with attachments stuck on the end of it. And if we zoom in on the nameplate, which you'll notice is one of the new nameplates, which is kind of like a laser etched sort of looking thing, I associate that with the cheap basic tools because they're sort of the first ones that came out with those, I think. But maybe it's a good idea putting it on like this because it might help stop counterfeits, because it'll probably be harder to put that on there than just slap a sticker on with the numbers on, because boy oh boy, counterfeit Makita stuff has gone through the roof recently. A few years back when I was making videos, you'd see them every now and again. Then Makita seemed to crack down on it and places like AliExpress stopped selling them for a while. They never really went away, they just stopped putting Makita on the tool and instead they would put some weird knockoff name on there on a sticker. But now it seems like nobody gives a shit. They're just whacking out things with Makita written on them. They're getting much harder to spot if you don't know what you're looking for. If you know what you're looking for, they're still dead obvious that they're fake. And if you go on the Reddit group, Makita group online and have a look at all the people saying, is this real? And it's just like a sticker of Makita. It's not, embossed into the plastic and stuff like this. Is this a real one? What do you think? Anyway, a lot of fake stuff, which gives Makita a bad name because all these cheap shitty tools that are breaking down, people say, oh, I'm not buying a Makita again, even though they never bought one in the first place. It's usually tightwads, of course. It's people that don't want to pay for a Makita price and they see one online for a quarter of the price and they think, oh, I'll buy that. It's like, without questioning why it's a quarter of the price and looks different to all the genuine ones. It's not that hard to do some research when you're buying things. Anyway, a lot of people have issues with that. And there's a lot of tightwads that'll happily buy a Makita knockoff saying that it doesn't do any harm. Why should they pay the full price and stuff? Because they don't seem to understand how the world works and research and development and blah-de-blah. If you keep doing that, there won't be any tools because no one will be making them, because the Chinese don't invent all this stuff, they just rip it all off. Anyway, here's a fake one, but it's a DeWalt, as you can see. Not a genuine tool. Top bit looks fairly realistic, apart from it's, pretty shoddily made. But the dead giveaway on this particular one is that it's got your standard budget, all-encompassing Chinese control panel that they stick on, well, used to stick on just about every knockoff, but now they're getting a bit clever and actually copying the ones from each brand. But yeah, they didn't bother on this particular one. And I bought this one to make a video just to show that well, just to talk about counterfeit tools basically. But I don't have a counterfeit Makita one to show you, unfortunately. Anyway, if we zoom in on that nameplate, got a bit carried away there, we'll see that it says DF491D. Now that is the Japanese model number. When this comes out in the rest of the world, it will be the DDF491, unless of course you are in the States, which I think it'll be the XFD17 or 14, I'm not sure exactly what number you guys are up to, and whether another drill will come out before this one, or whether you guys will even get it at all, who knows with Makita USA these days. On a daily basis, I get people from the US complaining that it's been a year since I put out this video and it's still not available in the States yet. Hey, I don't know what Makita USA are playing at. They have the same opportunity to order the tools as every other Makita region in the world. Why they don't beats me. When I started this channel, Makita USA used to get all the tools first. Now they get them last, generally speaking, if at all. But looking at the image, it looks like the tool is just a DDF490 that has had something done to the end of it so that attachments can be put on, which is, it's okay, but it's a little bit disappointing because, you know, everybody else's installation drivers look a bit different. They look like their installation drivers, whereas this just looks like a standard drill. And if you have just got a standard drill that you just put an attachment on the end to put other attachments on, how come it's taken this long, you know? I mean, come on, Makita. If all you've done is modified the end of an existing product, you could have done that donkeys years ago, surely, when everybody else has already done it. It's disappointing that after so long, Makita quite regularly put out a product that is basically just a very simple addition to something else that they've had for years, and you think, well, if you're not going to make it from scratch, why did it take so damn long? Anyway, it is of course an 18 volt LXT tool. Will we get a 40 volt one? Who knows? It's Makita, so usually if they do both, it seems there's a 1 year gap in between. So put out the nailer, 1 year gap, get the XGT nailer. Similar with the blower, the 40 volt little blower came out first and the 18 volt one came out exactly a year later. It's a very regular sort of pattern with a lot of these 18 and 40 volt tools that come out on both systems. See, another one that was really annoying for the long wait was the 40 volt multi-tool. We waited years and years for that, expecting something new and different, and what did we get? The 18 volt one with a different battery stuck on the bottom. That's, you know, it's like, why did it take that long? Especially when everyone's calling out for it. The priorities at Makita are often very skewed. They've got no problem pumping out chili bins and microwaves and coffee makers and all these sorts of things that basically nobody's asking for. But when it comes to the tools people really want and that constantly get asked for day after day after day, they seem to really drag the chain. And I've been defending Makita over these things for years, but it is frustrating. If you go back to the picture, you'll see we've got a right angle impact driver attachment on there, but it's actually made up of two parts. So there's like the shaft part and then the head is different. So presumably you've got that angle bit and then you can put a drill attachment on it or an impact driver attachment. And maybe now that they're purchasing Panasonic, we will get other cool stuff like wire strippers and crimpers and cutters and stuff. But only time will tell. Anyway, I thought I'd tell you guys that the installation driver is almost here. It's probably only a couple of months away from this part of the world. I don't know. If Makita were still lending me stuff, I would have no doubt already had to play with it by now. But hey, it is what it is. So, a few months, some of us will have it. Thanks for what? Oh, before I go, I won't say thanks for watching yet. Also, metal connector nailer, like this Hikoki one. That is also not too far away. It has been made, and I'm guessing some regions of the world once again will have that in the next few months. And in that video you can see someone wearing a Hikoki shirt using a Hikoki nailer, and they work for Makita. Okay, cheers for watching, guys. I'll see you on another one soon. Oh, it'll probably be that one in the background there that some of you are no doubt already written comments about down below. Cheers, guys.
So, what do you reckon of that tool?
As a completely unbiased individual, not in the tool industry with no previous known affiliates, I would rate that.
Well, there you go. I love it that you're wearing the shirt.
You can't wait to use the Makita once it's available.
Tell me about it.
I would rate it. I would actually rate that. Is that actually on camera?
I recorded all of that.